Hey guys, it's Nitrag. So this guide is mainly for those who want to set up their microphone for streams or recordings. And I assume most of you have a cheap microphone. Maybe a headset microphone or a desktop one. And if you have a desktop one, you should consider moving it closer to your mouth so it can pick up your voice better. But if you have a more expensive microphone and it's not working as well as you hope it, as you expect it should, then you should be able to figure out why, because we're gonna go over everything you need to know. Setting up a good voice quality is a bit of a balancing act between, of course, volume and quality, clarity. And usually static is one of the main issues. So I'm just gonna check quickly the recording devices. Listening to this device can be a decent test just to get started, but in order to fine-tune your microphone, I would highly suggest just making recordings and comparing them to each other. Yeah. In the levels, I suggest setting it up loud enough so it's usable in other applications. It's probably gonna have some background noise. If not, you can set it up loud enough and have no background noise, and you're basically done. But most of you will probably have some static in the background. I actually have quite a bit. We can listen to it a bit for like 2 seconds. And that's it. And we're gonna get rid of that all. In the enhancements tab, you may not have this, or anyway, I found this works really poorly. Noise suppression is a setting you could use with your buddies if you want to get rid of some static and sacrifice a lot of sound quality, because it truly butchers it. For the most part, I don't know of a good special setting built in, so I just disable it because they're just really poor. In the advanced tab, you want to make sure to use CD or DVD quality. I'm using DVD. Studio quality for me just increases the static. So if you choose that option, you should really know what you're doing. And that's it. That's all. Yeah. And whatever setting you choose here, you want to choose in every other relevant program, like OBS. And we're down here. You want to make sure to untick this. If you're done. And in settings, in output settings, in OBS, you want to make sure that you have, or if you use other software, you want to make sure that you have a decent bitrate for recordings, and maybe the same or lower for streams. I'm not much of a streamer actually. Any audio settings, you want to use the same sample rate. Of course, select your device. And most important of all, in the filters. So you can add filters such as gain, noise suppression, and noise gate. I already have 2 set up. I don't need the gain because I already set up my microphone in a way that it's loud enough. Now, noise suppression. This noise suppression setting is really well done. The only other software I found that is expensive software, although be Audition, and that is the only other software that offered quality noise suppressing. And it was a fuss to set up, and it actually broke sometimes. It's really professional and just an overkill for really what you want. Now, this setting is, again, requires fine-tuning. You want to use the lowest setting you can get away with, because setting it higher lowers your sound quality. But you want to set it high enough that it cuts out all the static, or almost all the static. So yeah, you should spend some time with this. Noise gate, again, if you want to go the extra mile, you want to use the bottom setting, bottom slider. You want to Just play with it until the green light disappears for like 10 seconds. When that happens, you wanna use the top slider, put it there, and the bottom slider should be like 2 or 3 decibel above that. And that should cut out any extra voice, any extra annoyance that might just detract from the quality of your video. And that should be all you need to know. So, hope you learned something and have a good one.